we're gonna have, what's gonna happen is we're gonna have snapshots of that heat. There's gonna be points where we feel it, and then something happens in our life and we lose it. That moment, that cross intersection, when we lose that thing that we just had, stop. Don't just ignore it and keep going. What happened? Why did I lose that heat? Did I disrespect my mother? Did I speak bad to my father? Did I accept and fuel my sense of jealousy towards a friend who has a particular thing, and I just kept, I accepted that feeling and I started feeding into it? Did I do that? Is that what's making me lose my light? What is it that's making me lose my light? Did I stop praying? I decided I don't want to pray. I did something. Did I see someone who needed help and I just didn't listen to their need and I just kept walking? So that heat goes away. That's our inner prophet. All of us have an inner prophet. It's our fitrah. It's alive and it needs to grow. And that's where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is known. Right? So that is how we have to go. If we listen to that, then we're going to start realizing that we have a problem. And that's good. When we start realizing that we have a problem and that others have a problem and that we care, then we start opening the Quran. And we start looking at the Quran for answers. Because the Quran, there's atheists that are trying to help what's happening in Africa. There's a woman, she went to Palestine and she got crushed by the bulldozer, an Israeli bulldozer. Did anybody know her name?
Rachel Corrie?
Rachel Corrie. What do you want more than that? Is there a higher sacrifice than that? Is she Muslim? No. She's not Muslim. While I'm sitting here eating popcorn, not caring about what's happening, and not even doing one thing to try to help out. It's always about me. This woman is going out to Palestine and gets crushed by a bulldozer. She refused to be moved. She was trying to protest about what's happening. They were destroying a home or something like that, based on my understanding. So how come she's able to do that? I'm not able to do that. And then when she's able to do that, for what reason did she do it? Right? She might have done it for the right reason. She might have done it for the wrong reason. Right? But what is it that's gonna make her a winner? And what is it that's gonna take humanity much, much farther? All those people that get to that point that I want to help, I want to do something. This light inside me, I have to pursue it. I want it on all the time, no matter what happens, no matter what the hardship is. I lose friends, the light stays on. I'm not the star in the whole crowd. I keep my light, right? I'm not, the richest person. I keep my light. I'm satisfied. I'm connected with God. I have a trust, right, in Him. So those who want to keep their light and keep shining that light into the world, how can you do it? It's done through the Quran. Of course, the walking manifestations of the Quran are Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and the Ahlul Bayt. And that's why these two don't separate. So the problem is not with the Quran. The problem is not with even our society. The problem is not with all those things. The problem is that maybe we gave up hope in ourselves. Maybe we said that, you know what? Who am I? What can I do? But the fact of the matter is that each of us have the capacity to know God. Allah says that the universe cannot contain me, but the heart of the believer can contain me. This is not a small thing, right? That means that we're not small beings. We're big beings. And we don't want to lose that. So I invite all of us, the brother, when I realized that it's very important for me to hold on to the Quran, it really has changed my life. I realized late. I was very late in my life. And when I realized that I had to hold on to that, it completely shifted the way I see things. And I encourage each of you guys to do that. We have gatherings where we come together on a bi-weekly basis. If you guys are interested, you can participate. But there's other gatherings that happen all around town, perhaps. Some of them are happening in mosques. I would encourage you to attend them. Others are happening in other circles between people. And when we read the Quran, we are required to reflect about the Quran, whichever way you want. You're comfortable you feel that you need to read the tafsir before reflecting about the Quran, read the tafsir. If you feel like, no, I just want to know what these words mean and I want to know how that applies in my life, that's a reflection that has to be done. Do it. Whatever it is, there's a dua over here, and that's what we're going to end with. Where Imam Ja'far al-Sadiq prays before reading the Quran. He has a prayer. And he tells us what the Quran is like. I'm going to read I'm going to ask one of us to perhaps read that Quran, read that dua for us, and I'm going to translate it in English, and I'm going to leave us to reflect on that, inshallah. So, Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Who would like to volunteer to read this dua? So I assume it's going to be one of the brothers. It's the left side of the page until the left here until right over here. Yeah, like here. Sorry, like yeah, إنك رؤوف رحيم. Right here. Until it's
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على محمد آل محمد اللهم إني أشهد أن هذا كتابك المنزل من عندك على رسولك محمد بن عبد الله صلى الله عليه وآله وكلامك الناطق على لسان نبيك جعلته هاديا منك إلى خلقك وحبلا متصلا فيما بينك وبين عبادك اللهم إني نشرت عهدك وكتابك اللهم فاجعل نظري فيه عبادة وقراءتي فيه فكرة وفكري فيه اعتبارا واجعلني ممن اتعظ ببيان مواعظك فيه واجتنب معصيك ولا تطبع عند قراءتي على سمعي ولا تجعل على بصري غشاوة ولا تجعل قراءتي قراءة لا تدبر فيها بل اجعلني أتدبر آياته وأحكامه آخذا بشرائع دينك ولا تجعل نظري فيه غفلة ولا قراءتي هذرا إنك أنت الرؤوف الرحيم
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. Translation. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Oh Allah, I testify this is the answer to what the Quran is in our. This is that you just heard. Most likely you will not feel what you will feel when you reflect about it. Right now we felt a power. There was a certain power, alhamdulillah, it was powerful. But this is just a sample. You will feel a lot more when you reflect about it. It will enter into your heart. This is what 700 times the Quran says, reflect. Will you not reflect? Will you not ponder? Will you not contemplate? Will you not? 700 times. And the first word that was revealed was read. So, you know, don't need to make a case for this. It's just like a winning case. So here the same thing. You just know that there's this dua. Now go look for it. You go on duas.org. You know, dua before reciting the Quran. Just read it and reflect about it alone or with a friend. Sometimes, you know, you need it's like you guys act as a match. You help each other. You know, you become helpers to each other. Sometimes you feel, yeah, I had enough of that. I need to think on my own. It depends on your personality. So the translation to this is that to the best of my ability, O Allah, I testify and bear witness that this is your book that you have revealed from you unto us. that you have revealed unto your messenger Muhammad ibn Abdullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. And your speaking and your words that were spoken on the tongue of your prophet, you have made it a guide from you to your creation, and you have made it a rope that connects between you and your bondsmen and your slaves and your ibad. O Allah, I have opened your covenant. You see, this reflection happens, the Imam is telling us right from the point where you actually open the book. That's when you're already like asking God to help you. That's when you set the timer. You actually open the book. If the book is on the shelf, you can't really reflect on it very much. It has to be opened in your hands and you're looking at it. I have opened your covenant.